'Tis the season of delays, ladies and gentlemen. Square Enix has a big year ahead in 2020. They've got a number of major releases coming up, and they're being delayed. So obviously one of the big games is Final Fantasy VII Remake, highly anticipated. Final Fantasy VII is a classic. It's a game I grew up with. Many people did as well. And to see this remake with these incredible graphics, seeing all these characters come to life with incredible visuals, it's something else really, and people are hoping that it is going to live up to the hype. But unfortunately, we are going to have to wait a little longer, according to this message from the Final Fantasy VII Remake development team. So here's what they had to say on why the delay had to happen and how long the delay is for. So this reads, Square Enix announced today that the global release date for Final Fantasy VII Remake will be April 10th, 2020. Below is a message from the development team. We know that so many of you are looking forward to the release of Final Fantasy VII Remake and have been waiting patiently to experience what we have been working on. In order to ensure we deliver a game that is in line with our vision and the quality that our fans who have been waiting for deserve, we have decided to move the release date to April 10th, 2020. We are making this tough decision in order to give ourselves a few extra weeks to apply final polish to the game and to deliver you with the best possible experience. I, on behalf of the whole team, want to apologize to everyone, as I know this means waiting for the game just a little longer. Thank you for your patience and continued support. Yoshinori Kitase, producer of Final Fantasy VII Remake. For those who don't know, the original release date for Final Fantasy VII Remake was March 3rd, so the delay to April 10th, that's about a little over a month of delay. And you know what? That isn't really that bad. Ultimately, if this is going to result in a better game that's more polished, less buggy, and is the definitive version of what this game could be, then hell, I say go for it. It's a little upsetting, I know, for a lot of people who have been waiting for this game, but at the end of the day, we want the best game possible, and a month-long delay isn't going to kill you. It'll be fine. You'll still get, hopefully, what will be an amazing game. It certainly looks amazing. And then right around the same time, Square Enix announced that Crystal Dynamics' Marvel's Avengers would be delayed as well. This game is also pretty anticipated. There are some skepticism surrounding it, but for the most part, people are hoping that this is going to be an awesome Avengers experience. There's certainly no denying that a high-quality AAA Avengers game is highly desired. There was some initial skepticism after the models looked off, and the gameplay just looked, it looked fine, but it didn't inspire an incredible amount of hype. But we'll see how that pans out, especially with this game having been delayed by a few months. So here is a message from the team. It reads right here, important Marvel's Avengers update. To our fans, at Crystal Dynamics, our ambition has always been to deliver the ultimate Avengers gaming experience. In order to achieve that goal, we have made the difficult decision to move the release date of Marvel's Avengers to September 4th, 2020. As fans ourselves, it's an honor and a privilege to work with these legendary characters, and we know what these superheroes mean to us and true believers around the world. When we set out to bring you our vision for Marvel's Avengers, we committed to delivering an original story-driven campaign, engaging co-op, and compelling content for years to come. To that end, we will spend this additional development time focusing on fine-tuning and polishing the game to the high standards our fans expect and deserve. The worldwide teams working on Marvel's Avengers sincerely appreciate the support you have shown us. We thrive on your enthusiasm and feedback, and we can't wait to show you more. We apologize for the delay. We're confident it will be worth the wait. And then the signature is from the co-heads of Crystal Dynamics, Scott Amos and Ron Rosenberg. So they provided pretty much very similar reasons to why Final Fantasy VII Remake was delayed, except it seems that the Avengers team has their work cut out for them, given that the delay is much longer. If I recall, the original release date for the game was May 15th, 2020. So with a delay to September 4th, we are talking about around a 4 months delay, a little less than 4 months. That's a pretty significant amount of time. That tells me that there was just still a lot of work left to do. And you know what? Good on them for acknowledging that the game needed more time. It's certainly better than releasing a broken, unpolished product, as we have seen other AAA games do. And hopefully this will be enough time to really flesh this game out and make it the Avengers experience we're all hoping it will be. Delays are never fun for anyone. Fans, obviously, they have an expectation of getting a game at that date, and they have this anticipation, and then to have to wait a little longer can sometimes be a little painful. And then for developers, they also want to get this game out to fans, both Final Fantasy VII Remake, Avengers, and any other game that's ever been delayed. But sometimes there are just unforeseen circumstances that lead to these kinds of delays. It is what it is. These things require patience, and I'm always fine with these delays, so long as the reasoning behind it is solid, and as long as it's not something that keeps happening over and over and over and over again, because that only tells me that there's just this disorganized team. When a game gets delayed too many times, that usually signals that there might be some trouble in paradise, that the development itself might be going roughly. But for both Final Fantasy VII Remake and Avengers, I believe this is their first delay, so it's fine. And Final Fantasy VII Remake in particular has been in development for so long that I totally understand people's impatience towards it, but it's just 1 month. I think it'll be fine. And the game really does look great, and it seems to play great from all the impressions that I've heard. There's seemingly a demo on the way, which got leaked, unfortunately, so people who hacked their PS4s are able to access that. But the rest of us will have to wait until that's properly released by Square Enix, but that should help us wait it out. That demo should give us a taste and keep us preoccupied and scratch that itch as we look forward to the official release date of Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is now April 10th. I'm also a bit glad about the delays because this helps spread out the barrage of games that are coming out in 2020 a bit better. Final Fantasy VII Remake was originally come out in March, and guess what other games are coming out that month? Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Nioh 2, Animal Crossing New Horizon, Doom Eternal, Persona 5 Royale, Half-Life Alyx. Just a bunch of games. It's insane. And then in May, Marvel's Avengers was supposed to come out alongside Wasteland 3, Last of Us Part 2, but now it's been pushed to September 4th, and we don't know what games are coming out in September currently. A lot of those probably haven't been announced yet. But by spreading these highly anticipated games more evenly throughout the year, it's just going to be easier to find the time to actually play these games. Now, Final Fantasy VII Remake is now going to compete against 2 other high-profile titles throughout April. The game's going to be sandwiched right between Resident Evil 3 Remake, which comes out on April 3rd, and Cyberpunk 2077, which comes out on April 16th. So, looks like April is also going to be a pretty damn busy month. Oh my god, that's so many games in 1 month. And these are big games. Well, Resident Evil 3 Remake is probably one of those you can complete within a dozen or 2 hours. But Final Fantasy VII Remake is probably going to be a pretty big game, dozens of hours long. And Cyberpunk 2077, it's going to be one of those big RPGs that you could sink, dozens of hours for the campaign alone, and then hundreds of hours if you want to see everything the game has to offer. So yeah, get ready for April, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a doozy. But yeah, this is the news for today, ladies and gentlemen. Square Enix has delayed both of their biggest titles for 2020. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on these delays, whether this is a wait that you can endure or whether you're upset. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.